Welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I hope all my American friends had a great Thanksgiving. I did. I am so full of food. It's not even funny right now. We had our family in. It was great. We made a fantastic dinner. We had some new friends, new family, all kinds of new people were there. So it was a very interesting holiday, and I hope yours was great as well. Over the week, I did do some gratitude readings for some of the people who have been influential and helpful in my new career and my new endeavor here on YouTube. So if I have not reached out to you yet, I'll get to you. I just literally fell into a chair yesterday and did nothing but watch Saxondale. So it was pretty awesome. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at two articles by an LA-based writer and producer, Kristen Burt. The first article was from November 20th, and it said that the Wales' marriage is feeling some strain due to the overwhelming popularity of Catherine. Now, we heard this before with the former Prince and Princess of Wales, Charles and Diana. So is this just kind of warming up some leftovers? I don't know. There is also, and Kristen Bird has a website called sheknows.com. I'll link both articles in the description, but you can go to her website if you want. She's got some other articles on there as well. Some pretty good information there. So the second article said, and that came out on the 23rd of November, that they are bracing themselves for more shockwaves due to the release of the Omid Scobie book. Two words she used: bombshell, olive branch, on some of her other articles. So we know these words from some of the other publications that we've seen. We have seen about the Montecito runaway royal. So want to take a look, see if this is planted, if it's organic, if this is like a completely contrived submission. I don't know. Let's take a look. Want to see what's going on. Be back. 30 seconds. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we're going to take a mystical journey into these two articles about the Prince and Princess of Wales. Please remember, all of my readings are for entertainment purposes only. They're my own personal psychic downloads and my personal opinion. Please do your own research before subscribing to anything that I say here. Please comment and share down below. You contribute your information. Like I said, I'm gonna link the two articles so you can draw your own conclusions from this. I like everybody to kind of think about it. We're going to go through the skinny, and then we're going to see if we can offer some solutions for positive outcome for this. So I'm sorry that I haven't been here all week. I have been jingling all the way doing Thanksgiving. I have way too much makeup on in this picture. I need a haircut. I need my hair colored. Help me. But the holidays are upon us, so things are going to get interesting. That being said, I do have a gift card option if you need a clutter-free gift of the future. So there's a link for gift cards in the description of this video. Also, you can book your own magical reading. I have the 12-month reading set up for anybody that wants to get a whole 12-month look into next year. And I am still taking on new students for my course that is supposed to start on November 30th. I am getting a lot of inquiries for people that want the class to start in January. So I may even bump the date. As of right now, I only have a couple of students that are signed up for the November 30th course. So if you desperately want to get into the November 30th course, let me know right away. There's a link here. There's also my email, FortuneCookiesTarot@gmail.com. You can reach out and we can talk about it. Okay, so let's jump into this reading. We'll pull up the card view. Again, this is based on two articles from Kristen Burt of sheknows.com. And we're just going to take a look and see what's going on. Is there trouble in the whale's marriage? Let's start with that, because I think that's a fair question to ask. We're going to take a look. We're actually going to do a Celtic cross on this. I never do Celtic cross on my show. I shouldn't say never. I periodically do it. Let's do a Celtic cross. We're going to read on the marriage as an entity in and of itself. Oh. Keep that straight, guys. So this is interesting, my friends. Focusing on the article from November 20th, is there discord in the family at the moment? Again, I'm going to stress that the article said that William was having some trouble reconciling that Kate was much more popular than he is. I don't know if I agree with that, but looks like at the heart of the matter, we have the Tower. This really is the real conditions of the relationship and the marriage. And with this Tower card, Tower for me, the way that I read it is, when it's upright, is that it's an external force that is causing some damage, that is causing some trouble. So we have the lightning strike, thunder, earthquake, fire, flood, can be anything like that. So this tells me that there is a negative influence, and what's holding them there is someone who is working against the grain of the wood, against the process of the royal family and the, if you would, mission statement of the royal family. It's really working against everything that they have stood for prior. This departure card, how I read this space, and to be sure, lots of people read their Celtic cross a little bit differently. If you look up, on Etsy, you can see card spreads with the spaces indicated. You'll find that there are different indications for every single placement of the card, depending on whose spread you're looking up. So you can look up at 5 books, you're going to get 5 different locations. I read this card as the truest presentation of the situation or person. This is what either holds us in place or supports us to maintain that positioning. Back here, how I explain this card. This is either what we leave in the past or what we need to take into the future with us, what we need to pack in that suitcase and move forward. So this is departure, rescue, salvation, leaving a certain situation. So certainly we're going to assume that this is the Knight of Wands, who is causing the Knight of Wands in reverse that's right next door, holding them in this holding pattern, causing some difficulty. So we'll say that that is Knight of Wands. Again, Knight of Wands is very fiery, impulsive, doing things without thinking when he is in the reversed position. So the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, there he is. It's the guy who's starting to think about his recovery. So pulling these, who do they have to walk away from? The boy who speaks, the boy who is fighting, the boy who is pushing forward, and the boy who is only now realizing possibly the folly of his ways, because he is stuck. So unfortunately, that's the kind of situation that we have here. Moving forward into the future, we still have the Page of Wands in reverse, who's still calculating and trying to come up with some different ideas to maintain this positioning. I'm going to say it. Harry's a very strong presence here. It's a very, very strong presence here. So let's see what we can expect next. So, Catherine shows up. So, Catherine, Princess of Wales, is likely the only person to have any influence over him. I think that's maintained. Under the surface, both Catherine and William in this marriage are looking backward and seeing red flags within their relationship with Harry. They're seeing all kinds of red flags that are cropping up. It's very interesting. They're going, we should have caught this, we should have caught that, we should have paid more attention to this, we should have done more about this other thing, not necessarily related to Meghan. This was related to this. I gotta say it, manic and then depressed, kind of behavior. So the conclusion for them is that we've got some kind of a situation where he is manic depressive. Again, I'm not a doctor, I am not diagnosing anyone, but this is what's coming up. If we get this anxiety, I'm doing okay, now I'm doing great, I'm getting over the anxiety, but then crash and burn. This is somebody who is really, really fluctuating, and we get this happy chaos that's going on. This is a happy chaos, just kind of running like they're on a motor. The outward projection of the royal family is absolutely this solid, united front. This is what they're putting forth. And I think that that's good with the 10 of Pentacles. I think we'll roll with that. But down here, they do see the marriage stretched a bit thin. It is being stretched a bit thin in terms of emotions and the amount of work that they have to do, and that they have to. I pulled two cards here. We're going to take these out. Knight of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. So if this is William very angry and holding his tongue because it will serve him better with this wish card, the Nine of Cups is a wish card. I want to remind everyone of that. But this is Harry saying negative things and someone else, some other woman collecting the money. So he's making the bullets and having someone else fire them so that someone else can benefit from it. It's really unfortunate. This is the victimization that we're getting for the family. They're wondering what is next. We're going to look at that article that came out on the 23rd from the same writer as well. Here, how others see them is wicked and mean. Others see them as wicked and mean and just self-involved and not generous and not pleasant because they have been shut down, because the other pair have been ghosted at this point. They are viewing them as so mean. They're just so mean. The ultimate outcome, the hope, is that we are going to come out of this stronger than ever. And the final result is, yes, we are going to get that presentation of being very wholesome and together and well-grounded, seeing the long game, not worrying about this fluid, silly, frivolous kind of happiness. So what we have here with this is the description of Harry and how he kind of progressed through his life. It was, recovery from anxiety, struggling to survive, and then insane happiness, like crazy over the top happiness, and then the crash and burn. So their view, the Wales's view of happiness, is this longevity and playing for the long game, not playing for that immediate gratification, that immediate happiness, that Instagram, I have 40,000 likes on my post within an hour, not that kind of a thing, but what the history books will say and not what the algorithms for the social media month checkup is saying. So I think that makes sense. Overall, I do think that the marriage will survive. I think that they are being challenged by the information that's coming out. hopes and fears are that they will come out very, very strong. And I think they will. I think they know what they're doing. The hardest thing is that William is holding his tongue. And I think he is unleashing on his wife, the Princess of Wales, in private. So let's take a look at that real quick. Let's see if he's unleashing on his wife in private. And that is something that is taking a bit of strain, because it looks like he's got a lot to say and he's measuring those words. The more Harry talks, the less he has to talk is really the messaging. And I think that that's coming from his advisor. So, oh, he is just not happy with them. He's very angry. His judgment is not to be changed on this here. We're gonna make just a cute little pyramid for you guys. A cute little pyramid. Who says I can't build anything? So truly, I don't think he's like yelling at the Princess of Wales behind the scenes. I certainly don't think that he is jealous of her. Let's see, is he jealous of her? The thing is that he is being forced to not respond and just ignore that there are exiles that are setting up a court, or attempting to set up a court in another country. I got a flipper. I hate when this happens. You get a card that flips over and then you got to fetch it out of the deck there. Well, we'll just put that out there. Are they arguing behind closed doors? No, but they're very frustrated with not being able to present the information that they have. They're very frustrated with not being able to defend themselves. They are dealing with it, absolutely, but the frustration and allowing the people to make their decision about the other couple is really, it's not in William's nature. William's nature is to reach out and talk to people and find out what's going on and then kind of process that information. But with his brother, they have to ghost them at this point. They really do have to ghost them. So that's the advice. So I don't think that they're struggling behind the scenes together. I think they're struggling behind the scenes because they just have to keep going out and putting on this happy face and making sure that the world sees them as nonplussed. Like, this is such a, like, you have to just go out there and have a smile on your face and just not be affected by it. So are they bracing for these further details? I mean, I'm seeing the further details are getting out. Are they bracing for it? Are they just kind of calloused and used to it at this point? Again, William is not happy about it. He knows it's going to be an ish show, and he's trying not to make a big deal out of it. Again, under the surface, the main goal is to have the longevity of the family. This isn't about them. It's not about William and Catherine. It is not about them. It is about the family, and they need to keep that in mind. William understands that he is a part of the history of the royal family. He understands that he is a part of it. He is not the main focus. His goal is to be as good. I mean, it's such a generic word, as good as possible in the position the accident of birth has provided him with, but he is firmly focused on how history will view this. So, we all know Richard III, not the best character in English literature and history, but history and literature. But he's trying to avoid any missteps that will put him into that category, a rougher category as far as history. Working well with others. They know they've got a team that's working on it. And I think there's something about the team going back to nostalgia. So there was one link on sheknows.com that was like, look at all the pictures of William and Harry in their childhood. I think that kind of promotion would be very beneficial for the courtiers and any of the PR teams that are working with William and Catherine. I think promoting the happier times, showing the happier times, and not just juxtaposing them with the sourpuss Harry that we see now. I think presenting the things of the past that looked very good is going to be a good course for them at this point. So let's see. Is this article or series of articles, because I'm sure there's going to be more, was this planted by the PR from Montecito? No, I don't think so. I think this is someone who is, I think this writer is favorable to the Sussexes. It did feel favorable to them. And I think she's operating on her own. I don't think this is a release from, Omid Scobie or anything like that. Just for fun, the royal family leaking this kind of information, the genesis of the article, are they leaking that there's marital trouble to keep the drama going? So, there's been a lot of focus on the royal family, increasingly favorable focus in the wake of trouble. So the late Queen Elizabeth's Annus Horribilis, they did some restoration there. We had, all of the pomp and circumstance of the coronation, unfortunately, the funeral as well. So are they capitalizing? Is the royal family PR team, are they capitalizing on the drama set forth to keep the royal family in the news? Are they using this? Are they leaking information for people like Kristen Burt to pick up? Wow. If ever there was a spread that said we're planting the seeds to give them enough to expose themselves, there we go. So the Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings and, kickstarting things, getting things out there. The Two of Cups is partnering together to create an emotional event with information and delivery of messages that are harsher and not quite so not so sugar coated. The Devil is about indulging in things that maybe are not great for us, but it is the purpose to rout out the shady behavior. So this is an interesting spread, and I'm going to leave it off on this. We can dive deeper into these articles, and I'm going to keep an eye on this particular writer because I think her website is a little bit interesting. There's some other articles in there that I was curious about. I'm going to go back and read some of them, but I do hope that you enjoyed this. So as always, if you are a new subscriber or a new viewer, welcome. I've been a little bit lax this week due to the Thanksgiving holiday, but I am back full throttle. So I will see you all soon. Again, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this reading. And if you would like your own magical reading, use the link in the description below. I will see you all soon.